The bride was crying, not wedding tears. These were not tears of happiness. These were silent, searing tears of shame, regret, and terror. Her mascara was smeared, her hands trembling as she looked at the huge screen behind her. The entire crowd was paralyzed. Some were caught with mouths agape, some mouthed. One woman gasped so loudly that it had an echo. On the television set, a video was on. Grainy, real, too real. The groom, my ex, stood still like someone had pulled the floor out from under him. I was at the back. I didn't budge. I didn't blink. I just observed as the deception they constructed crashed in front of all the people that mattered to them. That video was my present to them. A small piece of the truth, their truth, my revenge. Let me start again. 3 months ago, I loved, hopelessly, dumbly, head over heels in love. I loved everything about Ethan. We were together for 4 years. He got me to believe in forever. We spoke of kids, a home, even the shade of our future kitchen cabinets. And Alyssa, my 6th grade best friend, was always there. She was like a sister. She knew all of our histories. She witnessed us at each other's throats and apologetic. She accompanied me to pick out anniversary presents for him. She even assisted in planning his birthday last year. I never realized that I had to watch my back. One evening, Ethan told me he was working late once again. I was accustomed to it, start-up life and all. I did not quiz him about it. I even packed him a lunch box and left it off at his office. But when I arrived there, the lights were out. The front desk attendant told me that Ethan had left 2 hours earlier. I called, no response. I texted. Nothing, I should have known, but I didn't. Alyssa visited the following day. We had wine. I sobbed about how Ethan had been so cold. She listened as always, offering her characteristic gentle smiles and half hugs. In retrospect now, I wonder whether she felt something. Guilt, disgust, fear, or perhaps nothing at all. I never discovered the truth from him or from her. I discovered because of a necklace. It was a gold chain, one that I had previously seen plain, small, with a small heart in the middle. I had bought it for Alyssa as a birthday gift the previous year, and I noticed it in Ethan's room, not in a drawer, not forgotten. It sat on the nightstand, and next to his watch. That was when something shattered in me, not audibly, quietly, sharply, cleanly, like glass shattering in your palms. I didn't speak to it at first. I just looked at it. Then I walked away, and something within me began to smolder. Not sorrow, not yet. It was the sort of anger that gathers little by little, quietly, until you can't contain it anymore. And that storm had only just started. My name is Claire Mitchell. I'm 29, and up until a few months ago, I thought I knew what I was doing. I had a small 2-bedroom apartment in Atlanta. Nothing special, but it was mine. I did graphic design from home, just doing logos and branding for small shops and stuff. I loved it. Quiet life, steady clients, good coffee. I was the type of individual who enjoyed comfort, routine, and individuals I could trust. I never considered that same people would be the ones to destroy me. I was with Ethan for 4 years. I met him at a tech conference where he was pitching his application concept. I didn't even care about the app. I was out with a friend, but Ethan approached me afterward, made me laugh, and invited me to get tacos with him. We spent that night talking until 2 a.m. That was the beginning of it all. Ethan was charming. He knew what to say and when to say it, but more than that, he made me feel seen. I had dated before, but no one ever made me feel important like he did. He called me his calm in the storm. He was building his company, working long hours, chasing investors, and I was always the one holding him down. That's how I saw it. That's how he made me feel. Alyssa was my best friend. We got to know each other through sixth grade. She was funny, loud, and always the one dragging me into her crazy schemes. We stuck together through it all. Bad dates, college, even when she lived in LA for 2 years. When she returned, she lived with me for a month before she found an apartment. We swapped clothes, secrets, even toothbrushes once when she left hers behind on a trip. She was not only my best friend, she was my sister. When Ethan entered my life, Alyssa accepted him. She commented that he was the first man I dated that wasn't dull. The three of us spent countless hours together. Game night, barbecue nights, birthday parties. I never gave it a second thought. Why would I? I trusted them both with my life. Things began to slow down. Ethan became withdrawn. I kept telling myself it was stress at work. He was stressing about trying to secure funding for his app, and I didn't want to add to it. But he quit asking me about my day. We quit going out. He was always working, even on weekends. Sometimes I'd drift off to sleep waiting for him to come home. Alyssa was present for all of it. She informed me that relationships had their ups and downs. She explained, "Don't overanalyze it, Claire. He loves you." She served me wine and steered the conversation elsewhere when I became too emotional. She even sent Ethan a text message for me once when he didn't respond. That's how tight we were. That's how blind I was. The reality struck me in little bits. The necklace was the first. Then there were the missed calls, the strange texts, the feeling that something was off. I once discovered a blonde hair as long as my arm on Ethan's sweatshirt. I have curly short hair. Alyssa has straight long blonde hair. I still didn't want to believe it. I convinced myself it could be anyone's. Perhaps from work, perhaps from the subway. You lie to yourself because the truth is too heavy for you to handle. I cooked dinner for Ethan one night, his favorite chicken parmesan. He arrived late, told me he already ate, did not touch what I prepared, went directly to the shower. While in there, his phone rang on the table. I never looked at it. That night I did. The text was from someone stored under A. It read, "Miss you already. I wish you were here instead." My stomach sank. My hands trembled. I didn't even open the message thread. I simply stared at it. When he got out of the shower, I asked him who it was. He hesitated. Just a second, but I saw it. "It's from Adam, my business partner." He explained. I smiled, nodded, faked believing him, but part of me had shifted. That was the moment when I realized I just didn't have evidence yet. I began to watch more carefully. I stopped sharing everything with them. I locked my feelings away and observed. I didn't challenge anyone. Not yet. I had to be certain, not for myself, but because I wanted them to understand that I saw them. I wanted them to realize the burden of what they'd done. That was the beginning of the change.